me, then hopefully shit might be able to help you out a little bit. But it's fine.
Dub.
Wow.
I mean, we appreciate the contribution, but let's just keep it 100. Like he's
That's
not.
why Kenny Smith said, I think the most interesting but truthful thing I've ever heard about the Knicks when he was just like, the Knicks were competitive, but they were just around. And I was like, damn.
Kenny Smith said that?
Don't kill me.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but I mean, we love Charles Oakley, right?
Yeah.
But what is his talent other than like?
Other than being a tough guy.
Yeah. What is?
Also,
that's
he's a good rebounder. He's a good rebounder.
Yeah, but I mean, you got Otis Thorpe. Like, what is he like? I mean, nah, bro. Oak is my dude. You know, he's an enforcer and all that. You know, he's real money in the paint, but he's not good, bro. I'm just keeping it on.
He's got when he was in Chicago, he has got a few 14 and 13 years.
Yeah, but
but those are actually all Chicago. Chicago is his best basketball.
Right. I mean, I think he made the All-Star game with the Knicks like once. I think he made it with the Knicks once.
Maybe 94.
Yeah, like around 94. But I mean, he's not really. If that's the case, you might as well put like PJ Brown and some shit up there, like. You know
PJ Brown. PJ Brown was good in Charlotte. I liked PJ Brown in Charlotte.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's the same story. It's the same type of play. It's the same build, or like the same the same archetype out there.
You called him the same my player. That's crazy.
Right, the same.
That's kind of well, did you see that there's all these people talking about how they're like, we should stop using positions. We should start calling people by specific archetypes. And like the people who were quoted for doing it were like analysts. And it's like you look at the archetypes and you're like, isn't this all from 2K? Like this is how to change positions into 2K archetypes.
That's a fact. It's just like with the All-Star voting, the same thing. There's no big men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are no big men. That's crazy.
I mean, that's like a toss-up though. I kind of understand it because everybody, if you got like Kevin Durant or LeBron, that's pretty much the small forward spot wrapped up.
You're pretty much right about that. Considering that LeBron was been a modern day power forward from 2000 to like 85.
That's a fact. He's good at any era anyway, so I don't even matter.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's the reason. That's another conversation that I want to have because after seeing which is another podcast you should watch, All the Smoke, with Action Jackson and Matt Barnes, which is fire. They had
promoted this a number of times. I still
super dope.
Seen or heard it.
And the No Chill podcast with Gilbert Arenas is super dope.
I don't want to hear what Gilbert Arenas got to say, but keep going.
Keep
going. Keep going. Come on, keep going.
What's the other one? Matt Barnes podcast.
All the Smoke. And the Knuckleheads. With Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles.
I want to hear that too.
What? Hold on. All right, this is where the buck stops for me. Quentin Darius Miles. If I saw the two of them hanging out at like a restaurant, like I wouldn't stop for more than half a second and be like, oh damn, it's Darius Miles.
They're awkwardly connected to mad players.
I mean,
especially Quentin from bouncing around.
I mean, not only are they connected, but they have like a history before the NBA of just like dogs playing basketball though.
That's true.
Yeah.
I would listen to them because the reason why they wasn't successful is because they were just hood dudes that just played the way they wanted to play. Like it wasn't like they wasn't set like all of their skills wasn't awesome. They was like good at one thing and it was bad timing and it didn't work with the teams and careers, injuries, and then they got out of it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes okay.
But if
you're doing a good job of selling this to somebody who immediately was like, I would never listen to this.
Not for real. But if like Judd Bushler was like, I got a podcast, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like if fucking Todd McCullough was like, yo, this is the new podcast. Todd McCullough, Matt Geiger or some shit like that. I'm good.
Like Josh Hart got a podcast and I can't stand it.
Who does?
See?
Josh Hart.
Josh Hart has a podcast.
The Pelicans?
That's not much.
Yeah.
No. This is my thing. Like, I want a podcast from like I don't know. I like the angle on Darius on the background before the NBA with Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson.
Yeah, he was on a young good team that was like fun to watch. So you could kind of, Elton Brand, this dude, they was teammates. Quentin Richardson.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
makes sense. That makes sense.
JJ Redick's podcast is pretty dope.
Who?
JJ Redick.
Why does JJ Redick have a
See,
podcast?
I mean, I respect him, but I just don't care enough. Like, I don't care enough. Like,
He's a funny dude, man.
I got no comment.
Why do all these? There's not enough time to listen to all these dudes' podcasts.
I got no comment.
All these dudes have
Hey,
podcasts.
it happens, bro. I don't.
You gotta pick your poison, bro.
But then it's like then you got to
Redick.
think about the players that they're connected to and the people that you want to see. Like JJ Redick is connected to Jimmy Butler.
All right, so hold on. Let me ask you a question. All right, since we're gonna connect it. So Mark Madsen was like, "Yo, I'll connect you to Shaq." You gonna listen to Mark Madsen's podcast?
Bro, see that?
Nah, fuck that.
Nah.
I'm good. He got what, 3 rings? Nah, I'm good, bro. I don't give a fuck if Robert Ory had a podcast. I'm still good. I'm good. Big shot Bob, I got you. I'm good.
Surprisingly, trust me, I felt the same way until I watched it. And I was like, oh, surprisingly interesting.
Does Robert Ory look interesting at all?
No, Robert Ory looks like Judge Joe Brown.
Robert Ory has a podcast too.
I hope not.
Nah. You know who got a podcast that I just told you about this one, James.
Which one is that?
Rasheed Wallace and Bonzi Wells.
Yeah. Now, that's good.
That's interesting.
That's a podcast. There we go. Finally.
That's interesting.
Finally. That's what it is. You did it. You did it. You could have seen Rasheed Wallace and a number of people in a specific criteria.
Right.
Damon Stoudemire, fucking Bonzi Wells. Yeah, absolutely.
Wells,
but
Zebo, young Zebo, like.
Oh God.
Still,
Oh my gosh.
Ashton Jackson and Matt Barnes is interesting.
Okay.
Right.
Mad interesting.
That one I'll listen. That one sounds like one I'll listen to. I'll listen to see.
Gilbert Arenas because he's a douchebag. Mad interesting.
I'm not gonna lie. Gilbert Arenas is very entertaining. I'm not gonna hold you.
Super
He
entertaining.
has a show by himself though.
It's him. Sometimes he has a sometimes it's this other dude that like they do like basketball workshops and shit like that for kids. So they'll talk about that and go over drills.
Gilbert Arenas with the kids. Come on, son.
he got like 4 of them motherfuckers. He better be doing something.
Yeah.
But Vince
Vince
was on the last episode of All the Smoke, and of course, especially since the whole Last Dance thing came out, that conversation, who's the GOAT and what players could have lived in what era, and of course they were like, oh, these players couldn't. LeBron James couldn't make it in the 90s, and I'm thinking to myself,
LeBron will wash.
What?
That doesn't make any
LeBron
sense.
will wash.
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting till the lows, bro, because you already know how I am about LeBron.
Yo, because my thing is this. Me and James have this conversation all the time.
Right.
We always have this conversation, and there were players that weren't even all-stars that would have been dogs then, because the caliber of play. For the simple fact that Michael Jordan said his toughest cover was Joe Dumars, it's like, bro, Jamal Crawford.
He's
Jamal
6'2".
Crawford would have been a god in that era.
Of course.
Easy.
Fucking John Stockton would have been slipping and sliding like he had on church shoes and shit. Like, it's not
Easy. Freaking.
Well, Stockton didn't play.
Kareem Rush would have been a monster.
Who?
What?
Kareem Rush would have been a monster. Like, come on, bro. Like, get out of here.
First of all, if you look at
This nigga said Jody Meeks.
Yeah.
if you look at the highlights, anybody that's athletic would have killed back in the day.
Yeah.
Honestly, it looked like Larry Bird was like going against mechanics and shit. Like they were just watching him. He was mad slow, no athleticism. There is no way he's bringing that weak shit in the paint now. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it.
Well, I don't know who are Bird's competitors. Like what teams? The Lakers team that the Celtics had to play against.
I mean, he battled with the Hawks against Dominique, position.
Yeah.
Dr. J, you know what I mean? They had a little rivalry. They actually threw their shits though. They actually fought Dr. J and
Yeah.
But my thing is like when the years get like further and further, athletes are different. Like Giannis is 7 feet and he's fucking like running to the rim like a guard. Like they didn't have that back then.
Yeah.
I don't care about Bill Russell's 11 championships when there's only like 4. When there's like 4 teams, like of course you're gonna win every year. Think about it. He's 6'9", right? Like maybe 210. What is that nowadays? Shaq would have had nothing.
Right. That's a power forward. That's a small Antonio McDyess.
Right. Shaq would have had nuts in his face the entire time. Like he has no cheeks.
Yeah.
So I hate when they do that.
Who were Bill Russell's real peers? Like who were putting up a fight?
Right. What do you like if Bill Russell gets into a fight with Ben Wallace, I'm scared for Bill Russell. You know what I mean?
I think it's true. There were 8 teams. There were 8 teams in the 60s.
Right. And then his team got like what? 6 Hall of Famers on the shit or some shit like that?
I guess it was the barrier for if there was any time to get into the NBA and want to get into the Hall of Fame, it was in the 60s.
Right. Just hope just let Art back.
Just give him a than everybody else. That's right. Hall of Fame.
It was bad. Like I make those type of arguments because people always try to like play this generation, but LeBron is kind of like a tweener though. You know what I mean? Like he was with like the tail end of the scrappy guards and Tracy McGrady, Kobe, hand check, like the end of the hand check and all that shit. And he's just fine. He's Karl Malone size with Jordan speed. How could he not do well?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid for anybody to think that LeBron's great game of all players doesn't translate to any era. It doesn't translate to dominating every era. Right.
Right.
I don't know why I started to ignore the people that created the ranked lists after a while. Because that seems to be coming up a lot ever since The Last Dance. It's like every other day I'm seeing some new opinion about who the best ever is or what the top 10 looks like. But there's certain things that just have to be non-negotiables. And one would be that if you took LeBron and put him anywhere,
exactly,
it's gonna be murder. But if you then the question is, so does Jordan work the same way? What happens to Jordan? What happens to Jordan in the 2010s?
Right.
He'd be Kobe.
He'd be
right.
I guess that's the other thing. It's impossible. Like you can't think about who didn't learn who didn't learn how to play through Jordan. So start moving him around. You change the whole fabric of what happens to the game.
I agree, and I think that Jordan is not as great as Jordan was or whatever. He's not taking a team with Boobie Gibson as your second leading scorer to the finals. He's not taking Ira Newble, whose name sounds like something that you grow on your feet or something. It's not. That's not a fat Donyell Marshall is not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Not anymore. Right. He could have taken those players back in the 90s, right. But it's the same argument that's being made about how much more athletic everybody is.
Exactly. And then if you think about it, like LeBron, when has LeBron had a good coach?
Spoelstra. I like
but Spoelstra was getting his feet wet.
That's true. He wasn't a good. It's not fair to say Spoelstra's a good coach back then just because he became the coach after LeBron left.
Right, because even Phil, when Phil took over for Doug, like he was relatively new, but he was a player, so he knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He at least had a system. Spoelstra was like a video
analyst, yeah.
So it's like LeBron was like his own coach, and he carried those teams.
Yeah.
When Jordan was like his own coach, they weren't winning. They weren't winning.
Yeah, that's true. Jordan definitely needed film. Yeah.
Right. He needed Phil and he needed the weight room. Right?
Yeah.
And LeBron didn't never need that. LeBron was already big.
And
You know what I mean?
He didn't need a good coach. I don't even know what coach. If you're a coach, what coach is LeBron gonna listen to? How many coaches is LeBron really gonna listen to?
I
If
mean,
Pat Riley was coaching, he would listen to him. I guarantee that.
I think so. I think LeBron
Okay.
was thriving and like stressing to get a good coach. I think he
Yeah.
wanted a good coach. That's why on an Olympic team, you see him. He like,
Coach K?
yeah. Hey, you see how he respects Greg Popovich, like good coaches. Like all of these great players had great coaches and great organizations. Cleveland wasn't getting him anybody back in the days. You know what I mean? Like
And he hasn't. He still hasn't. Yeah. And
yeah, I would have left too.
I don't know who the closest is. I guess I would say Lou, but it's the same thing as Spoelstra. These coaches, I wouldn't know who these coaches were and what
Exactly.
if it weren't for LeBron.
Exactly.
Carry
Like
him.
David Black. Who the fuck? You wouldn't know who that is.
Oh my God, I forgot.
David Black.
It's like, who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that? What's his name? Michael Brown.
I hate Mike Brown. I've always hated Mike Brown. I hate Mike Brown.
He used to say it as how it was, right? They were like,
Yeah, he used to
like
be
LeBron just took over.
Right.
Said,
Do you remember the finals?
Go.
I remember it was the finals, and this dude pulled out the clipboard, and he gave his clipboard to the assistant in their teaching. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, he's not good, bro. He's not good. Just because he was under Pop doesn't make him Pop.
Yeah,
You know
it doesn't work. That doesn't work out most of the time. It doesn't seem to work out.
Yeah, it's just like in football, like when Eric Mangini, became the coach of the Jets, and they tried to make it like, oh, he's under Belichick, but he's not Belichick. It's not.
Yeah, just because you learn from somebody doesn't mean you learned.
You are somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Look at Mike Brown when he was the coach of the Lakers. That was horrible.
Terrible. Awful.
That was bad. Who else LeBron had? Paul Silas. Like what? Like,
When was Paul Silas?
Paul Silas was LeBron's
year.
first coach. Rookie and sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. Paul Silas, a former Celtic or whatever, was his coach. That's what I'm saying. He's never even had a coach for like more than like 3 years.
I guess it's because if you don't, because maybe that's the catch-22 is that any coach that would be able to coach LeBron is probably already part of a winning culture. They would have a hard time getting a hold of LeBron.
Exactly.
That they wouldn't be willing to sacrifice enough to make room for LeBron. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think I think it starts with the organization though, because organizations are the ones that hire the coaches, and then they supposed to work with the stars to get people around them. But I mean, that's the reason why KG left Minnesota, because the organization wasn't getting people around him, and that's why Kevin Love did that. That's why eventually Charles Barkley.
Minnesota's cursed.
Right.
Who else?
Right.
There's a couple cursed teams. They're a cursed team. The Knicks are pretty much a cursed franchise right now.
The Knicks are just bad. I feel like the Kings are a cursed team.
Kings are
they're
cursed.
gonna figure it out. They're gonna figure it. They gotta
Eventually, but
that's the owner. But I feel like the Kings are on. The Kings have been making good decisions since they got Fox. But
they've been on an upward swing for the past like 4 years and nothing happened.
Fox isn't as young as we all thought he was.
That's a fact. And then they got too many players playing the same position now.
Yeah.
So they got to figure out how to make a package deal or something because it ain't looking too bright. I'm just being honest. I love De'Aaron Fox though, but he's nice. But they got to figure out who they centers.
No, you need more though. Yeah.
Yeah, because they got. What was that dude's name? Rashawn Holmes.
Oh
yeah, he's been injured for a while.
Yeah, but now he's getting up there. But then they got Bagley now, also at the same position.
Shit, yeah.
And then they have what's his name? He's always injured though. What's his name? Harry Giles, some shit like that.
Yeah, that team. Maybe that's the problem. Is that team has had a rough break as far as injuries are concerned. They really had like the full squad together.
Like that Portland team.
Portland, they gotta break that up.
No, I've been said that. I said that a long time ago. Portland
got to break one of them up, either CJ or
it's
Dame.
gonna be CJ.
Who's gonna take him? Who's gonna take him? He's been playing dirt basketball. What's going on? What happened to him?
I mean,
what are they gonna get for him? Gary Harris?
I would have to check. I would have to do a trade machine or something.
Yeah, that's what I would even know. Well, I don't even know if it's caught up because McCollum's worth, I think, is like in real danger.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. I forgot about Collins. That Collins.
Or no, McCollum's not Collins.
Oh, my fault.
Portland though, yeah, I feel like it depends on what happens when Nurkic comes back. It depends if they make any moves. I don't know where X went because X has a whole lot to say about Portland. Because
that's a fact. Hopefully he get back in there. I'll try to like text him on the side.
I don't know what happened. Pop back in for a second, but who is there? They're supposed to get somebody. Shit. Talking about them potentially getting the power forward, but I can't remember who it was.
What he just said? What he was just talking about? He was talking about LaMarcus Aldridge going back.
Aldridge going to. First of all, he said that. X said that. I haven't seen that anywhere else.
I mean, if he does that, they're gonna have to shift a lot of people around because
that team has to be broken.
Yeah.
Because the paint is clogged. You don't have enough shooters. You got 2 point guards playing at the same time. It's not a good look.
CJ Cullum is basically Spencer Dinwiddie. Let's just keep it 100. Like they kind of like the same type of player to me.
I mean, CJ used to be able to shoot from. CJ had a better shot than Spencer did, but now.
No, he's a better player, but I'm talking about like as far as like their size and their skill set.
Yeah, right.
Like Spencer's like a point guard too, but like a kind of like a 2 guard.
Yeah, kind of like.
It's like 6'6" though.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is CJ?
No, Spencer. He's 6'6". CJ's like.
I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like he's a tweener. But
Yeah.
I mean, then you got Melo, which obviously is an experiment for the next year and a half, or whatever it is. And then you got Ariza. So they gotta break up that whole squad, bro.
Yep.
The old team. That's an older team too.
Because they're not gonna get rid of Dame. They're not gonna get rid of Dame, so it's not happening. I think they should get a package deal. Maybe try to get what's his name, Bradley Beal or something. Like throw in like CJ McCollum and like maybe Whiteside or something. Because Nurkic and Whiteside is not gonna work.
Yeah. Well, I think
that's another team that needs to be broken up.
That's what
Those need to be broken too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I would do that. Swap it out. I had them swapping it out with this dude too, Buddy Hield from the Kings.
Nah, leave him over there.
You want to leave him over there?
Leave him there.
Buddy for CJ.
There.
Nah.
For Bradley.
Buddy for Bradley. I got it. That's not enough.
But not straight up though. That's what I'm saying. If they're not gonna get like stars, give me a dude that ain't afraid to score, like a dog, like a Buddy Hield, somebody that's aggressive, and try to get other pieces and picks. They're not gonna be like good the next season, but you gotta like make the whole team over though. Like you have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
I don't know what that seems. Huh?
John Wall, like that whole Wizards thing, they gotta get rid of that too.
Yeah, I think that whole thing is gonna get blown up. They're gonna have to restart the whole franchise.
I don't even know what happened. I don't know what Wall looks like when he gets back.
I don't know either.
Wasn't he close? He was close to returning? There was some people that I'm slated like around the All-Star break.
Yeah, he was. He was. Hopefully during this quarantine, like that would be like a gift and a curse. People go rehab better and do all of that. Because what else they doing? I don't know. What y'all think about the Last Dance? Like, what is your take on Jordan and all that?
I got another episode left. I don't think we learned anything new. I feel like it was. We went down memory lane. We all knew that.
Yeah, we're of age to know what Jordan was doing and how he was doing it. It's for the younger generation that didn't know what he was doing.
I think he was a dick, though. I'm sorry.
We always was, though. We knew that, though.
It's true, but I mean, I just think it showed it a little bit more to me. Because it's like, I didn't know that like when you're cutting things out of interviews, like, I don't know if y'all saw the Horace Grant interview. Y'all seen
The whole thing,
The
no,
new
but I
one?
know that they had issues about it. Yeah.
Nah, Horace Grant said that. Remember the whole thing in the documentary where they was telling the flight attendant not to feed him and all of that type of shit.
Yeah.
I ain't see it. I don't remember seeing that.
Nah, yeah, he was
During the whole everything around the controversy with Grant and
that book
and the book and Sam Smith, not Sam Smith.
Yeah, that shit.
Shepard. Yeah.
And then they were saying that Michael Jordan told the plane attendants like, don't feed Horace. He had a horrible game today or some shit like that. I don't. He gets no food, like that type of shit. So in the documentary, supposedly Horace had told them that that did happen, but he stood up to Mike and was like, if there's a problem, we can handle it like this and handle it like that. And they never put it in the documentary. They just edited that part out.
Yeah, well, because I think it's about
It was Mike.
It's about Jordan. Mike. Yeah, it began and ended with Jordan.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. If you're gonna like put on, that you like an aggressive leader and you're tough, be tough with everybody. Don't pick and choose, bro.
Yeah.
Because when them Pistons was fucking you up, you had to go to the weight room to help yourself. You wasn't.
Yeah.
You wasn't throwing no punches, but you'll punch Steve Kerr though. Like I don't get that. Like. Well, what's his name? Scott Billard. What's his name?
Oh, Scott Burrell.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like you bullying those type of guys. Like you wasn't bullying Charles Oakley when he was on the squad. Like it's not.
Charles Oakley was helping him. Yeah. That was his backup.
Right. Right. Nah, I don't really like that, man. I don't know. I love Jordan. I still. And people say he's number one. It's an argument, I think, but it's fine. He could be number one. But LeBron is like 1A, at least. At least.
I mean, things got tougher. Things got tougher by the time LeBron's career got rolling.
I agree.
Respect LeBron. It's enough that LeBron went to how many straight finals?
Like 8.
I think 8.
8 straight finals appearances.
Like 8.
With different teams though, like that's the crazy thing. Like every year it's a different squad.
Yeah.
And if you notice every finals, his like supporting cast, like the best players, they're always hurt. You never noticed that? They always hurt.
By the time they get to the final.
They always hurt. Mm-hmm. Look at Kevin Love. Kelly Olynyk pulled his arm out the socket. He's hurt.
I always say if one, like either Kevin Love or Kyrie, and didn't even have to be both of them. If one of them was healthy, they would have won that championship.
Of course. Look at Miami. Remember, D Wade had a knee problem. Couldn't do nothing. When he won the championship in Miami, Chris Bosh had this many points. 0. He didn't score a bucket in that game. Yes, he might have caught the rebound, might have kicked it back and all of that, but he didn't score. He had 0 points. Jordan needed Scottie to do what Scottie does. You know what I mean? Jordan had to pass the ball to Paxson, but when LeBron does it, it's like, oh, he needed to pass, but Jordan did the same thing. It's like, I was watching the documentary, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you switch any year you see like either when Kobe won the championship, like in 08, or if you see like the championships that like Mike has won, if you take LeBron that was playing like during those times and you switch, Jordan or Kobe is not getting LeBron's team to the finals. I don't care if it's the East or the West. It's not happening.
Nah, X is waiting to get in.
Yeah, no, I get it. I just let him in.
Oh, yeah, I see. It's a new name, Big Sexy. I see you, Bob. There you go, Bob. What up?
Yeah. What's good with y'all?
We
bro?
We chilling.
We are the real cheats.
Nah, bro, shit, we're done, bro. It's already 10:15. I'm about to wrap shit up here.
We are the real cheats.
Nah, you can't do the theme song. You late. We've been at this for like an hour.
That's a fact.
Hey, who cares?
Theme song is too late. Where'd you go? You want to take a phone call?
Yeah, Pete, man. When Pete calls, you answer. Pete's like Obama.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
You took the Browns to the Super Bowl, my dude. That's all right. It's okay.
I mean, no, I would still be gone. I would still be gone. You know.
I see the air freshener sparkles sprinkle in the air. You ain't slick, bro. That's cool though.
You know, yeah, I'm about to. But yeah, man. You know, all that other stuff that we said while I was gone, I agree with whoever was talking.
Stupid.
Whatever we were saying, I totally agree.
You know,
it wasn't about no Knicks though.
Yeah, we don't talk about them.
But it was about the Trailblazers.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Blazers came up.
Good. Those are my guys.
We want to hear from you about the Trailblazers. That's what we were talking about. I remember that.
I mean, listen, I'm excited about the opportunity of LaMarcus Aldridge probably making his way back to Portland. But
yeah, we said that. But wait, where did you hear that? Right.
It was on NBA Stream on Netflix. I mean Netflix. On Instagram. My fault. On Instagram. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I also saw that the Sixers are trying to go after CJ. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And they want Blake.
All right, so hold up. This was one of the topics suggested was the feasibility of any of these rumors, because Sixers can't go after CJ and Blake. They can't get both those. They're not going to make enough deals to be able to get both those players.
I mean, they need a point guard though.
No, they don't. Philly needs a point guard.
No. Philly got Ben Simmons, bro.
Who?
Ben Simmons.
Who?
The point guard.
We're not talking about threes.
When Embiid was out this year, Simmons was ridiculous. Simmons is a ridiculous player. Simmons can't be.
Right.
Fucking get the fuck out of here. No,
I don't like this O. I really don't like this O. I don't.
Was he an All-Star this season?
You don't like Ben Simmons?
Because if you can't shoot, huh?
Was he an All-Star this season?
I believe so.
Who cares?
I believe so.
The All-Star at this rate, All-Star voting, I can't keep up with. Like, they snubbed Devin Booker this year.
They did.
They did big time.
Why did Trae Young get invited, but Bradley Beal didn't?
Because he's Ice Trae. He's Ice Trae.
Ice Trae? What do we call them? 14-win Ice Trae?
Ice Trae.
How many wins Atlanta have right now? Atlanta can't. It's an awful team. Like, Trae Young is taking advantage of playing for an awful team.
I'm not gonna lie. The Hawks got a chance to be entertaining though. If not winning more games, they got a very good chance to be entertaining though.
Especially if Cam Reddish can get it together.
Like,
be really
what's wrong with this team?
There's a lot of what ifs. I don't like what ifs. I don't like what ifs.
Nobody's able to play on that team.
Cam Reddish is like, I don't know, like
Reddish, these guys should be
like
good.
False advertisement right there.
The thing that blew me away was the fact that Jabari Parker finally strung together some good playing time, and then the coach doesn't like him. Like, bro, what?
That's true.
What?
That's true. I don't understand. And then he makes so much money, and they still don't even play him.
They pushed him out of the rotation.
Yeah,
but didn't he landed somewhere else though? No,
he's still in.
No, I think he's with the Kings now.
Oh, what?
He
Oh,
landed
shit.
somewhere else. Crazy, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's another team that has the opportunity to be exciting.
We were talking about the Kings for a little bit, about why it is that they can't. It's taken a long time for them to build up the momentum they want.
Even with Cousins finally gone, they still going through the same little loop thing going on. They need to let us do some drafting for these teams, man. Honestly.
Yo, I would love to be able to make deals for certain teams, but I'm like,
I want to
make teams, aka the Knicks.
Right. No funny shit. Yeah.
Certain teams, just say it, bro. It's all right. We still love you.
You could call it later.
Not even. Let's be real though, because I'm a non-biased Knicks fan.
Let me get the shitty team.
I'm very realistic with the future of the Knicks.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Every year, yo, we about to get such and such. Yo, it's lit. Shut up, guys. Shut up.
Perfect. But my insight on basketball period is on point. So
listen,
it's not like I'm wrong about that. Okay?
You'll call me and be like, "Yo, you saw what Frank Ntilikina did?" Like, nah, I'm good, bro. We good. We good.
We had a 20-point game.
I don't get it, man. He had a what?
I feel like he can be
20-point game. Frank?
I feel like he can be very good on another team.
On another team.
On another team.
I do too. I feel like Greg Popovich should have got his hands on him a long time ago. Honestly.
He's like, you know who he reminds me of? Who's a former Knick? Like remember how Langston Galloway or fucking Landry Fields, like, you know, those players that are like they're like okay, but when they with a certain team, they do good. That's how
Landry Fields' career just plummeted, bro. He went
after the Knicks. Where'd he go?
He got that
Toronto.
And was just
shit. That's right. What? Yeah. Oh wow.
And they took him in the bag because they're like, he's flourishing on the Knicks. Maybe he'll play better for us. Nope.
Yeah.
No mas.
That nigga was straight sewage.
I think he's worse than like what's his name? Jamario Moon or some shit like that.
God.
Jamario Moon is terrible, bro.
He's a terrible player.
God.
Terrible.
But you know what's funny?
These players get in the league
because of what they do. He's an energy
potential.
dude. He's energy and potential. That's it. That's Cam Reddish. That's Cam Reddish.
And
that's a good comparison. That's a good comparison.
That leads me to another YouTuber that you should pay attention to called Stunted Growth.
Stunted Growth?
What is that?
Yes.
AKA Cam Reddish?
This dude played D1 ball, so he played with a lot of these players. And he gives an insight on why certain players, when and where their careers got stunted. It's super interesting.
Yeah.
Crazy interesting. I sent a few videos to James. Crazy interesting.
I think
it tells you right when and where they stunted their growth. Like choosing the wrong school, playing for the wrong coach.
Mm-hmm.
The error of your game, because your game could actually be, ahead of time or behind time. If this player would have came into the league 2 seasons before, he would have been a star. But since he came into the league 2 seasons after, his game is obsolete. Never worked on anything else because he was boom. Like
Jaleel Okafor?
Yes.
Nah.
You said that. That was you, Jamie?
Yeah. I think Jaleel Okafor game still translates if he gets playing time.
No.
Nah.
Yeah,
his defense is just.
He plays no defense.
Yeah, his defense is
disgusting. Terrible.
Yeah, you're right.
If you need him in the playoffs, if like a center got injured and you need a bucket, or you need some great picks.
Need 10 points real quick. Sure.
Yeah.
You need a stop? No.
You know who I was thinking about too? That's relative to Cam Reddish as well, and this is gonna fuck y'all heads up because y'all probably forgot about this dude, Josh Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's picking it up in Memphis now. He's picking it up in Memphis.
Yeah,
though.
but bro,
I thought he was playing. He's playing. I thought he was in the G League.
Nah, he got shipped the fuck out of there, bro.
Out of Memphis?
He's in Memphis, yeah.
Yeah, but he was picking it up this season on Memphis, dog.
It's been really consistent.
Yeah, bro, but
he was doing all right.
He Trey Burke himself.
He needs to be like, what you about to say? My fault. Go ahead, my bad.
He said Trey Burke himself.
Trey Burke.
Yeah. Came in hot and then was just like, what's next? And
oh shit.
That's it.
I mean,
Dennis Smith Jr. about to be in the same boat, and not because he's the Knicks.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. There's a huge log. They got a log jam. They have a log jam of like
they got
halfway
4 point guards on the same team.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting it right on Dallas.
Yes, he was.
They shipped him because they got Luka.
Exactly. Luka does better. Luka does better with the ball in his hand, no homo. So it's like that's why they did that.
You can't win with the way Dennis Smith Jr. plays. If you put him if he's a 6th man, sure, fine. Let him go out there. Let him go out there and explode for like 12, 14 points, and then bring back in your main squad. You put him on a garbage squad, and he's gonna get a lot of buckets. But
100%.
but your team already had. You got to have more going for you than the Knicks. The Knicks have a whole bunch of great second string point guards. Elfrid Payton, fine.
I think he's a decent starting guard. He just needs help somewhere else.
I agree.
He's just not great at any. He's not great at anything. He's good at. He's good at everything.
I think he's. I think he can run an offense, but it's just not the right situation for him.
Yeah. You gotta have pieces. You have to have somebody to get the ball to.
Yeah, because when he was in New Orleans, he had flashes of like really running the offense. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Especially when he cut that shit off his head. Like he just.
You see?
right.
He's had some great games in New York. But like what you're saying about how he needs weapons around him. If he doesn't have weapons around him, he's not gonna take over a game. He's not he's not gonna figure it out.
It's like Ricky Rubio.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. It's like Ricky Rubio.
Right.
Like Rubio's a great player that's what I like. I like the way Phoenix looks. I like what Phoenix could possibly
Phoenix is exciting, but also at the same time, Phoenix does have to upgrade in their point guard area because they need
can't start
better reliable scoring.
Yeah, they have reliable.
They got Booker and they got fucking Kelly Oubre. They got
they center. And they center.
Like another season, bro.
Oh, and DeAndre Ayton. What'd you
They still need a reliable scoring on the point guard.
They don't. They need somebody to get the ball to those players, though.
Rubio's been playing good ball. Rubio's playing good ball in Phoenix.
Yes. I think Rubio was okay only because he don't have to shoot the shot. Like Booker's gonna pull. He's gonna pull. Yeah. So you can't have a strong point guard like that.
If Phoenix had a young Rondo, it'd be a wrap.
They got a Rubio.
Yeah, I would almost say
they have a Rubio, and Rubio's jump shot is so much more improved since he's
a better scorer than Rondo.
Exactly. You know what be right? If they had, even though he's more of a scoring point guard, but if they had like a Reggie Jackson on that team,
I don't know what Reggie Jackson looks like right now.
He's on the Clippers bench.
Oh yeah,
no, he's on the
Clippers.
Oh yeah, oh shit.
He's on the Clippers bench.
Has he gotten? Well, that's the thing is he wasn't playing that much in Detroit before he got shipped. He wasn't playing
but that's
Tank came and put some screws in his kneecaps.
Yeah, he had injury problems.
Yeah, that's what I remember. But that's my thing is I feel like Reggie Jackson.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if the potential picks. I don't know if he has. I don't know if his best basketball is in front of him.
It's past.
It's past.
It's way past.
OKC, Reggie
Jackson.
His best basketball is behind him. His best basketball is behind him.
No, I like Reggie Jackson. He reminds me of like Dennis Schroeder, like those type of point guards that can like score, get their own shot. I think with the right team they'll be good, especially off the bench. That's just my opinion.
I think Dennis his situation is fine. His situation is fine.
Yeah, he lucked up, and he's still getting that bag. Remember, he still got that contract from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So he lucked up. But other players like that is hard. I think the Suns probably need like, damn, I don't even know what they need right now.
They need a power forward that can stretch the floor.
Yeah.
Who's the starting forward? Who's the starting forward again?
Bain?
Bain's
the backup
Baines
center.
Is the center.
Kaminsky's a backup center. Josh. No, maybe not. What's not Josh? What's his face?
Kaminsky is a center? I thought he was a power forward.
No, Kaminsky's a stretch 5. And Kaminsky has been getting minutes since Ayton got back. He kind of got pushed out of the rotation.
Yeah, I'm not weird.
Which is, I mean, he got game. I feel like him being in Phoenix is the perfect situation for him.
Who?
Frank Kaminsky.
He can't do shit except shoot threes. Can't rebound. Can't defend. He's like a shorter Sean Bradley with range. He can't do anything.
I was gonna say Steve Novak, but
yeah, he's Steve Novak, definitely Steve Novak.
But you can put Novak on the wing. I don't think you can't put your 5 on the wing. You can't put your center on the wing.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
He's a traditional center. I don't think that works.
Yeah. He look like he'll get nervous if somebody runs at his shot, and it's gonna be a brick because of that.
That's
At least with Novak is going to Poland like it's a regular fucking like practice day. You know what I mean? That's definitely.
They got Dario Saric.
Saric.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Saric.
Okay.
Cam Johnson is the backup.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges has good games.
Nah, I fuck with both of the Bridges. The other one too.
Yeah, both Bridges. Yeah.
The Hornets one is better though.
That's a fact.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Miles Bridges. Yeah.
The other one seems like he got a brighter future for sure.
Yeah, for real.
But I mean, like I said, a lot of these teams they need to make package trades, bro. Like if you want to redo your team, you gotta just start like making sure your bench. I'll do the bench out. Like I'll do from the bench to the starters. Especially the way it is now, because star players are going where they want. You understand? Yeah. At least if you get a team that plays great together, it'll make a superstar want to play for that team.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck is like the Nets? Who's like? Come on.
Chill.
Come. I mean,
we do need a bench though. We do need a bench though. We ain't got no.
Y'all have owners that want to get players though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like at least y'all trying to get people. Like nobody want to play for Dolan.
Who was the gosh, there was a rumor. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it was Bradley Beal.
It was Brad, but they tried to shut it. They shut it down.
Beal's agent said he's not going anywhere.
Oh yeah. I saw that today. Yeah, you're right. He did.
But the rumor was him to come to the Knicks.
To the Nets.
No, to the Nets. Beal's name has been connected to a lot of franchise. Beal's name has been connected to a lot of teams, and that's just because that's just them trying to find news of people that may or may not be on the move. The Knicks move.
I mean, if I was the Knicks, I would try to get him. Though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Who are they gonna try to get? They have nobody valuable enough. They don't have anybody valuable.
The only future that is bright that I care about and teams that I like is Portland.
Well,
okay. I love
it again. They're not going to do anything.
Okay, so X, real quick. That's alluding back to what we were saying about Portland.
Yeah, that team needs.
They obviously need to make. They got to break that team up. Who you breaking up?
Yeah. The issue that I have is my biggest issue with I guess I want to say with myself when it comes to team is like ultimate fandom because Melo. It's not even with Melo. It's the fact that I like Rodney Hood. He was doing his thing before he messed up. What was that? His ACL? He told?
Yeah, but he was horrible in Cleveland. We got it.
Yeah, he was terrible. Straight trash. And he was doing this thing. I figured, Trevor Ariza come over and he gonna ball out, but granted, the season was over. There was no real time for him to get it together. I'm waiting for what is it? Jokic? No, Nurkic, right? Jokic.
We know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
We know who you're talking about. I don't know. I can't distinguish them, but we know who you're talking about.
I'm waiting for him to come back so we can get that scoring back.
But with that being said, and you talking about getting LaMarcus Aldridge, that team does not work, and that team gets very old. Very fast.
What about Zach Collins?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's the young boy who got game, but then also at the same time, it's that team. That team is expired. It's run out of time. Honestly, no offense to Dame. And honestly, I felt Dame should have been gone. Yeah, they had that run. What was that? A season ago?
He's not gonna leave.
Yeah, it was last year, but he don't want to lead that team.
He's not gonna leave. You gotta get rid of CJ, bro. You gotta get rid of CJ.
Yeah, and honestly, I would hate to say it, but after watching the way he played this season with that, I got the green light. Something got to change.
I think it'll be better for CJ if you look at like James Harden when he left the Thunder. When he went to the Rockets, when he had the green light, he was going off immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Certain players like that, you got to just get him the opportunity, like because him being here, like even Bradley Beal. Once Wall was hurt, he just started going on.
Losing his mind.
So if you put Bradley Beal on a team where they have some type of winning mentality, he's gonna do great in that shit. Period.
I believe that with Bradley Beal. I don't believe that with C.J. McCollum. I think C.J. McCollum.
You don't think so? Yeah, I don't believe.
No.
He's gonna go somewhere and average 17 points a game and shoot like 32% from three. And whatever team to go went after him is gonna be like, man, what happened? What happened to this guy?
I feel like depends on the team and the system will work out. Like I feel like if they swapped out, and not just saying it because he would be a better fit on another team, but if they swapped out CJ for this cat's name on the Nuggets,
Gary Harris.
Gary Harris. I feel like that would work for CJ.
You're upgrading Gary Harris to C.J. McCollum? Sure.
Yeah.
What? That's Gary Harris. That's not a great play.
That's the same situation, basically.
That's like a 75% rating right there.
That's literally like the same exact situation.
I'm putting it in a way where it would upgrade the Nuggets.
You know what? You know why I don't like that either.
It wouldn't.
First of all, the Trailblazers, they don't need a small two guard. Also,
I'm not saying a swap for a swap that Gary Harris would fit in Portland. I'm talking about an upgrade for the Nuggets.
It wouldn't help the Nuggets neither.
How you figure?
Because CJ McCollum is 6'3". He is 6'3". He is a point guard. Bro, he needs to be a point guard.
The issue that they were having on the two guard was the lack of scoring from Gary Harris. Gary Harris,
true.
They were supposed to be the next Splash Brothers, and it didn't work out.
No, that's true.
That's it.
So Murray and McCollum.
I feel like that's the same situation though, dog.
I feel like
both sides is the same.
You think so?
To me, I think it's the same.
Nah, I think it's an upgrade for Denver, bro.
I think it's an update for Denver only because if you look at their whole roster, they got a lot of young, up and coming potential dudes. Like what's his name, Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah. Oh man.
The point guard that they have, I got a brain fart.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, him. Yeah. Jamal Murray. Then you got Paul Millsap is old.
Millsap's the veteran on that team.
Right, you got the veteran. You got Joker on that
Jeremiah Grant.
And they got Bol in the D League. Who knows how we might get strong? Come up, get busy on him.
Bol's not gonna have a career, bro.
He's not gonna.
It's not gonna happen.
Nah, I don't think so.
Unless
he's chilling out with Joel Embiid, it ain't happening.
He's like a worse version of Thon Maker. What are they gonna do? You took Thon Maker and made him worse. Thon Maker's bad enough.
Thon Maker I thought he was gonna be so nice, but
yeah, man. His brother's supposed to be a beast.
That's why I don't trust him even now. Fuck that. Thon fucked it up. That Thon. He fucked it up. Nah, you gotta show me something great. I'm good. I'm not jacking that, bro. Even Taco Fall, all of them type of, it's nice for the story, but.
Or the Indian dude who was like 7'6", who was like he's like a giant.
Right.
If Taco Fall can string together a real soft touch and drop some of that lower log jam he got with his legs.
Nope. Taco not in the league.
Bro, who's getting into the paint besides LeBron?
He will die after
Giannis.
After one playoff game. He's bad.
Giannis will destroy him.
By the time he gets to his goal on that end, niggas is already bringing the ball back, bro. Too slow.